Okay, let's start the video. Nobody won the Mega Man last draw, so the jackpot will go up even more. So the jackpot goes up more. So if the jackpot goes up more ticket will be sold. Since more ticket will be sold, somebody goes win it sooner or later. So let's get an update where the number stands. But before we get started, remember, email me for any game illustration by par 181920 and Invincible system at hyper_links@yahoo.com. Please donate, subscribe, and share and like my video. Also email me for any game besides Mega Man, Powerball. You can email me for pick 3, pick 4, you're in. I'll be glad to help you with that also. And remember, nothing is guaranteed. So jump from 277 million to 290 million. So 20 million incremental increase from one draw to the next, and then 390 million. That's 22 million increase. That's 2 million more than the last draw. So more sales goes up, the increase goes up also. Now, if you look at the last draw, the winning numbers over there were 15, 22, 30, 41, and 42. So tonight is a Powerball. So make sure you play the Powerball. So again, the Pentagon Pay system. If you look at the Pentagon Pay system, the code. Let's look at the code. Right now, the code was 42. It's one of the 41 was the code. 41. Yeah, 41 was the code. So the code for last night's draw was 41. So you have 15, 22, and then 30. And then we have 42 also. And then I'm going to make an imaginary number 69. So 69 could be a mistake. So you can only have one mistake. So a combination for last night's draw. And then 25 again. So that 25 keep coming to 15, 22. And then you have 30, 42. And then you have 41. Could be one of your Pentagon pair, because if you have 69 as your mistake, that's fine as long as you only have one mistake in your Pentagon pair. So if you have no code, you cannot have any mistakes. So if you have no code, you cannot have any mistakes. The other pair is the 15, 42, 22, 30 with 41. The other code is 15, 30, 22, 42, and 41. So these are the three combinations that can hit you the jackpot with the Mega Ball 25. Obviously, you play these three, looks like it's the same line, but it's not, because you play with each of a different Mega Ball. So if you play with each with a different Mega Ball, one of them is going to hit the jackpot, the other two is going to hit the second prize. So that's why the Pentagon system is important. So if you look at the last draw, let's look at the color code for the last draw. So the law of elimination for 420 was this. 6, 23, 43. So if you look at the past draw, 6, 23, 43 is on the bottom. So it's on the bottom. So that means you're the other draw. Last night's draw will be the 23rd. So 4, 28, 29, 30, and 60. So I'm going to add a line, insert row above. So 4, 23rd. So using lottery matrix law of elimination, you have 4, 23rd, and the winning number for 4, 23rd are as follows: 04, 28, 29. So I'm gonna add it back up: 04, 28, 29, 30, and 60. So 30, and 60. So do you see that where I'm getting numbers? So each time you do it, a draw, you gotta roll it, you gotta push it back. So for Tuesday's draw, last Tuesday's draw, when it's finished, you push it back. For Friday's draw, when you finish, you push it back. So for Friday's draw, you use today's draw for Friday. So you push today's draw back, keep pushing it back. So now W stands for winning number. So for the winning number for 427, the winning number, let's look at the winning number. I'm not gonna write W, just write dash. So that's, or I do a small W. Let's do a small W instead. No. So I'm gonna just leave it like that with a dash. And the winning number for last night's draw is 15, 22, 30, 41. So go to the line and write it out. 15, 32, 22, 30. So it's 22, 30, not 32. 22, 30, 41, and 42. So I'm going to put it back to black because the draw resets itself. Remember, it resets itself. It resets itself. So for ladder matrix law of elimination for last draw, you can see that the 30 has repeated. So the 30 has repeated. So the law of elimination would not have worked for last draw because it will eliminate the 30. You can see that eliminate the 30 from the Mega Man after the first draw. So after the first draw, it will eliminate the 30 because the 30 repeated. 30 is not supposed to be drawn, but they did draw it. Now, if you use a color code for first draw, we have 4, 28, 29, and 30 and 60. 30 is also red and 60 is also red. So kind of having about 4 red numbers on the first one, because most of the time the first draw would not be drawn. So that means it's safe to omit all those numbers because normally the first draw will not be drawn. So for the law of elimination, the first draw will not be drawn. Normally that will happen. So that means if they draw the first draw like this time, then the law of elimination will not work. So that's how it goes. Normally it will not be drawn. So again, the second line we have 6, we have 23, 43. So 23 and 43. So 23 would be red. 43, 49, and 52. So we have 52 being red also. So from 423 to 420, 23 and 52 did not get drawn, nor did 6, 43, and 49. So after you eliminate the 30, and you continue to do more draws, you can eliminate the 6, 23, 43, 49, and 50 from the matrix. Let's do one more. 17, 27. 27 is red. 28, 28 is red. 50 and 55. So 50 would be another red. You can see where I get the numbers. So you have 17, 27, 28, 50, and 55. So you can see after that, nothing gets drawn. So that's 10 more draws, 5 more draw of wipe out the matrix using law of elimination. So if you go to the 4th draw, you eliminate the 15. You eliminate the 15. So that being said, we're going to put 15. 15 is not a red number. We have 10. 10 is red. 19 is black. 15 is also black. 45 black, and 68. 68 is also black. So you can see the pattern. It went from 2 to 3, then dropped back down to 1. So after seeing one number eliminated, I would not have went to this draw. Would not have gone to this draw and eliminate the 10, 15, 19, 45, and 68 from the lottery matrix law of elimination. Because look at the red, it dropped from 3 to 1. Now, if you look at the pattern, 22, 26, 27, that's a red, 58, and 66. That's not a red. So you can see the major change. That's not enough of an incentive to move on to one more draw. Why? Because the 30 got eliminated. And if I went past 3 draws, I will eliminate 2 winning numbers. Even though 22, 26, 27, 58, and 66 did not get eliminated, I will eliminate the 15. So the best draw is either to never use elimination or stop at this, at draw number 3. So if you stop at draw number 3, you only eliminate the 30, you still have a chance of hitting that third prize. So that 15 numbers from matrix would have been wiped out from the matrix. That 15 numbers from the matrix would have been wiped out from the matrix using lottery law of elimination. So I'm going to copy this down. Let's reset the numbers. I'm going to have to reset it. So to black. Now, lottery matrix law of repetition. So 4/23. So the winning number for this draw, this is the winning number. So I'm going to have to put this in another color because this is not repetition mirror numbers. So this is just the winning number. So I'm going to color this a different color so I don't confuse you guys. Purple. Now for 4/23 lottery matrix law of repetition mirror numbers, we're going to go to 4/23. And we're going to see lottery matrix law of repetition mirror numbers. So again, not any specific order. For lottery matrix law of repetition numbers, for 4, 28, 29, 30, and 60, we have 39, 63, 64, 65, and we have 25. We have 25. So again, we're going to put that in the grid for lottery matrix law repetition. So we have 39, 25, 63, 64, 65, 63, 64, and 65 for lottery matrix law repetition. Now, these are already done from the previous draw, so that's a good thing. I did them in the previous draw, so don't waste any more time. When you do it the lottery repetition mirror numbers, you save the numbers. So for the next draw, you only do it once time. You don't have to go back to the history draw and then restart and do it over. You save your work. Once you save your work, you can do the lottery repetition for just one draw, lottery law of elimination for one draw, lottery law of opposite attraction, or lottery plus mega ball for one draw only, because you saved your work. So you only have to add one more draw to the previous history of draw. So again, now if you see the first line, 39, 25, 63, 64, and 65, we're gonna see that, right? Once you see that, the first draw, you did not get anything, nothing got drawn. So nothing got drawn, that's safe. Because remember, lottery matrix law of repetition, we use the green numbers. So again, you can look at the green numbers. We have 39, it's a green number. 25, 63, you have a green number. And 64, 65. So I'm gonna look at the green number, 64, 65. And you have 3 green numbers. Now, like I said, there's 2 types of green numbers, tier 1 and tier 2. The lowest is tier 2, highest is tier 1 green numbers. I'm gonna look at the tier 1 and tier 2 green numbers. 63, 64, and 39. So 64 is a tier 1 green number. So as a tier 2 green number, so I'm going to underline it, tier 2 green numbers. I'm looking at the breakdown and tier 2 green numbers. So since it's a tier 2 green number, you have 3 green numbers. The chances of omitting these 5 number was very, very high, because you have 3 green numbers. Even though there's a tier 2 green number, 39, 63 is the tier 1 green number, the chance had omitted draw, but it did not omit the win number using the law of repetition. So we go to the next draw, we have 31. 31 is a tier 1 green number. 58, 8, 14, 17. So 8, 14. 14 is a tier 2 green number. And 17. So you have really have 2 green numbers. Since it's a tier 2 is a 50-50. It can be drawn. It's not tier 2. It's not like red numbers, where you have tier 1 and tier 2. Red numbers are either it's mostly tier 1 we use. Red numbers we use tier 1 mostly. We don't use tier 2. So again, or we don't break it down to tier 1 and tier 2, but the green numbers you do. And that 14 was a tier 2 green number, so that means chance of again drawn is 50-50 versus 31, which have a high chance of again drawn. So tier 1 have high chance of again drawn. So if that 31 has high chance of again drawn, your chance of eliminating any of these win number for draw number 2 will be high, but it did not eliminate the win number. So lower repetition, we'll look at the green number. So as you can see, you did not eliminate any of the green numbers. So we move on. We have 52. We have 62. 62 is a tier 2 green number. We have 63, tier 1 green number. And we have 20 and 15. And as you can see, 15 got eliminated by the law of repetition mirror numbers. So 15 got eliminated. So these can work up to 2 draws for the repetition mirror number. Unlike last draw, it works like 6-7 times. So 6-7 draws. Why? Because you got too much green numbers over there. You got too much green numbers, and chance of you continuing to will omit the winning number. So I'm gonna do one more draw. So that's why I'm gonna track to see which formula will work the best by tracking the red and green. And you have 45, 50. I'm gonna go there. You have 45, 50, 23, 62 and 61. So 61, 62. No, so 45, 50, 23, 10 and 54, 10 and 54. So 54 over here is another green number, but it's a tier 2 green number. So you can see the tier 2 green numbers. So again, that's why none of these got unlimited after you eliminated 15, because that 54 was a tier 2 green number. So as you can see, that's why even though you eliminated 15, you got to look at one more draw to see if you can eliminate more winning numbers without eliminating the second winning number. So as you can see, tier 2 green numbers, so that's why none of these numbers got eliminated, because there's only one tier 2 green numbers. The chance of that 54 was 50-50 because it's tier 2 goes 50-50. And if you look at 57, 31 is a tier 1 green number. You have 23, which is and then 62, 61. Again, you can see that tier 1 and tier 2 green numbers. And as you can see, none of the numbers got drawn. Even though you got too much green numbers, none of those green numbers got drawn. So, but after you eliminate the win number 15, I probably have to stop over here, draw number 4, because I saw 3 more green numbers. And if you keep going on, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7 draws, you still will not have eliminated the second winning number using lottery matrix law of repetition. And you can see 36, 7, 67, 55, 54 is not limited. 45, 27, 18, 13, 7 is not limited. 46, 2, 21, 18, 12 is not limited. And 39, 60, 32, 11, and 2 is also not eliminated from matrix. And you can see which one are tier 1 and tier 2 numbers. And as you can see, why the 15 got eliminated, because you got too much green numbers in the front. Chance of you continue will eliminate the first win number. The goal is not to eliminate any winning number, so you have a chance to hit that jackpot. So if I see that much green number, I'm not going to use this formula, and probably will have to use lottery matrix law of elimination, because look at these red numbers. These red numbers are a lot of red numbers up to the third draw. Probably have to use the lottery matrix law of elimination for that draw. So now if you look at the week 4 of April, these are 1, these are 2. The number that got drawn was 15. $63 on top. 64 on the bottom. 65 and 25, 65 on top. And then 25 on top also. So you can see the number are spread. So a number already spread, you can also have 25. So all the win number in these are 1. You can see why the numbers are. All number in these are 1. So let's look at these number 2. No, I did the repetition number. So let's restart. I did the repetition numbers. So you have 15 on the bottom. You have 22 on the bottom. You have 30, 39, and these I did the repetition number. Sorry about that. 41 on top. 42 on the bottom. And then 25 also on the bottom. And top. So this corner would have been used more than once. F3. So this Dster will have all the win number except for 30. Now for these number 2, all the win number and the Dster, we have 15 on the bottom, We have 22, also on the bottom. We have 30, also on the bottom. 41 and 42. We have 42 on the bottom. We have 41 on top. And then we have 25 also on the bottom. Do you see that? Do you see this? So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 5 winning number on the bottom. So imagine I somehow put 1 over here and somehow put 1 over here by accident, because for another number not in the Dster. Which number not in the Dster that I put? None. There's no number that I put in the Dster that is not in the Dster. So I have 13, I have 10, and I have 14. So I don't need to put any number that's 1 in Dster. So imagine if I put that, then I have all winning number in the Dster. So far, 3 numbers are in the Dster. 5 numbers are in the bottom of Dster. So if I can somehow put 41 on top, I will only have to use the bottom matrix of the Dster instead of the whole matrix of the Dster. That's why using a part of the Dster or the whole Dster matrix is important. Rather than use the full matrix from 1 to 70 to bring down a number, you use the Dster matrix. You set up the right Dster, or the number will be in the Dster. You know that the Dster did not start with 70 numbers. Probably start with 60 to 60 something numbers, but did not have 70 number in these, so you can count. So I'll try to post an update on the video. If you like the video, please subscribe, donate, share, and like my video. And email me for any game illustration by parts at hyper_links@yahoo.com. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself.